Hey guys, you're watching Money Moves with Nick, and I wanted to share with you guys this proverb today. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense, okay? You can't learn your way, and that's Proverbs 12:11. You cannot learn your way to financial freedom. You cannot learn your way to a bigger bank account. You cannot watch YouTube videos enough to get a bigger bank account. At some point, we need to actually get in the arena and start doing something. I wanted to share this quote with you guys. It's from the book Ego is the Enemy. It's under my laptop right now, so I'm not going to bust it out, but I have it written down. While goal visualization is important, after a certain point, our mind begins to confuse it with actual progress. Okay? So I just wanted to bring up this point, okay? We may be watching a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and we may be learning about all these financial techniques, and oh man, I cognitively know how the stock market works, or yeah, I understand real estate, it's all about cash flow, man. And whatever you're learning, okay? The thing is, while you're learning these things, your brain is getting tricked into thinking that you are successful without actually having any success to back it up. Because you know objectively about these things, you are now feeling successful, like, man, I'm so much smarter than ever. You know, congratulations, you're so much smarter than everyone else, but also congratulations, you don't have anything that other people have, okay? Because there's a difference between readers and learners and doers. Readers and learners and doers, okay? And I wanted to just bring up the guitar, okay? I could learn cognitively where all the notes on the guitar are. I'm not going to play it for you guys unless you really want me to. I'm just kidding. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. All right. So anyways, you can learn objectively. You can learn objectively what all the notes are. G, okay? Well, I know where the G is. I know where the C is. I know where the D is. I know where the A is. Okay? So you can say, well, cognitively, I know where all these things are. I know that... You know, I know that was in the key of C major. Okay? So you can say that you know all of these things, but if I put a guitar in your hand, you have not actually had the experience. You don't know how it feels. You don't know, like, okay, well, I don't have the calluses. Wow, these strings are actually kind of hurting my fingers, you know? Like, all right, well, like, you know, you may not, like, have that feeling of, like, okay, how do I actually strum? Like, how do I pick a guitar? Like, you could know all of this thing, but until you actually get the feeling of having it in your hand and actually experiencing what it's like, that's what actually provides you results financially in life, okay? It's when you actually go out and apply the knowledge that you've learned, okay? My goal on this channel is to help you to make more money and keep it. And a lot of the things that go with this is our mindset. Our mindset creates action, which creates results, which creates critiquing, which creates knowledge, is how I would even say that, okay? So when we go out and we want to have more money, we need to try something. There are a million different ways to try to make money. You could just be an employee. You know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad's going to talk about that cash flow quadrant. You could be an employee. You could be a small business owner. You could be a big business owner, or you could be an investor. So you can, or a specialist is another term for the small business owner, like a doctor, I believe falls into that, a doctor, a dentist, things like that. But what happens is we need to go out and actually pick something and do it. Pick something and do it. I was thinking about people that post on Facebook. It was like, what is the house you deserve, or something like that. And it was like, whether it was like Sarah or Kathy or Bob or Jim, it would be like, this is Jim, the house Jim deserves, and it's like a mansion on the beach with a Porsche. And this is the house that Kathy deserves, and it's like a giant log cabin in the mountains on a river. And the thing is, it's cool to like visualize and dream, and I think that helps motivate us, but we need to actually like start doing some stuff in the real world. We need to actually like get out and do stuff in the real world in order to be successful. And I wanted to bring up right here this quote from Theodore Roosevelt, because I think that this is really important to bring up. And as far as being more financially successful, remember, those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Another proverb is, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. So what are those two proverbs saying? People that take action get results. People that live in their head and talk about the fantasies and the ideas and the dreams they have in their head have no sense and don't get results. Okay? We have doers, and then we have people that are just learning and filling their head with ideas. Sometimes you need to start with filling your head with ideas, but we need to take an idea and go somewhere with it, okay? So I had an idea, wow, I'll make a YouTube video with all the stuff that I like to learn and talk about, okay? So that is an example of me being able to now monetize and create some sort of action or results. Maybe my YouTube channel never gets monetized, but you know what? Maybe I learned the skill of discipline and posting a video and learning how to talk better. And so all hard work brings a profit. The Bible is not talking about that this specific, like it's going to translate linearly, like, okay, well, you worked hard at this thing, you're going to get a profit from that. Sometimes the profit is indirect. Sometimes the profit is indirect, and I got to get to this Theodore Roosevelt quote in a second here, but sometimes the profit is indirect, okay? Sometimes all of the financial skills I learned in this business that failed, I can now take over to like real estate. And like, wow, well, man, my business didn't cash flow. You know, I was spending too much on this. My interest rate was too high, so I wasn't able to create as much of a cushion because my credit wasn't good. And now that I've like done that, now my credit is better. Now I can take it over into this arena. So all hard work brings a profit. So just because you didn't succeed in that one arena you tried doesn't mean you didn't get a profit. You now have skills that can never be taken away from you, emotional resilience that can never be taken away from you, that you can now take and go make money somewhere else. Okay? I've looked back at my journey, and all these different things that didn't really work out all kind of gave me something and brought me to the YouTube channel. And you know what? Maybe if YouTube doesn't work out, which I'm totally comfortable with that, some of the skills that I learned here, wow, now I can take into the next arena. Maybe it is real estate. Maybe it's maybe I become a rich CEO. Maybe I become a celebrity. Who knows? Maybe I'll be in a movie. Maybe all of this talking on camera, and maybe, who knows, maybe I could, someone's like, dude, you're really good at talking. You want to be in my movie? You know what? Maybe if I have 10 subscribers, I could make a bunch of money by being in one movie or something because somebody saw one of my videos and they were like, wow, I feel like this character is somebody we want in our movie. Okay? So all hard work brings a profit, but we need to actually do something. We need to actually be out in the real world doing stuff, making a YouTube video, learning how to play guitar, applying the knowledge that we have. Okay? So I want to leave you with this, okay? It's about criticism, but there's other quotes in here that I really want to highlight. It is Theodore Roosevelt. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat. I want to share that with you guys. Think about that. The person who makes the most money is the person who's in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who is striving valiantly, who is making errors and coming up short again and again because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Think about that. The person who has the most money is making a lot of mistakes, but they're doing something. They're out doing something, guys. I want you to do something. I don't want you to just learn about how to make money. I want you to go like, you know what? If you're interested in stocks, you have till the end of the day to open a stock brokerage account. Webull, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, which one you want to use. But I want you to take action. It doesn't have to be a huge step, but we got to just take a step. Okay, well, if I want to make a business, let's just say I want to open a coffee shop. I'm going to call 5 places, 5 commercial real estate, small shops, and see if I can qualify to check it out. Or I'm going to see if I can get a loan for that project, okay? So think about that. I want you to get in the action. Get in the action, guys. Get off YouTube and get in the action. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video. Like. Do all that stuff. Have a wonderful day.